Hey guys, today is June 18th. It's a Tuesday, and we're here for the word for the road. Today's word for the road is based around God leaving the Bible for us. And I don't know if I talked to y'all about it one time before about the Bible being a manual for God's kids. And also I'm gonna tie in with that the Bible is a letter basically that God left for his kids, so we'll know how to navigate through life and life's experiences. And to start off with the manual part. Okay, so we go through problems in life and we try to distinguish through them ourselves, figure out what we need to do. We go to all kinds of people and trying to get things fixed, but it doesn't work. And then we try to find relief in things like buying stuff, shopping, gambling, smoke, all kind of things, and drinking to try to relieve us from these problems and the things that we're going through and the things we're trying to navigate through. But the whole time, sometimes those things will take away what you're going through right then, but it's only for a moment. And I watched this pastor one time. It been a while ago. It might not even been a pastor. I don't know. But he talked about how he used a car comparison. Like when your car break down and you try to get it fixed, and you don't want to go to the manufacturer because you feel like it's gonna cost too much. So you take it to the little shade tree mechanic. He tell you he fixed it. It worked for a little while. Boom, same problem right back. Then not shade in the shade tree mechanics, cause I go to them, but it didn't last all the time. So then you try to take it to like another dealership where I'm gonna take it to this place. They probably can fix it, but I don't know. So you take it to this other place to get the car fixed, and the car, you end up paying out all this money for them to do a diagnostic test and telling you what you need to do and what's wrong with your car. And half of the time they end up not even being able to fix it, or if they're gonna fix it, the labor and the parts gonna cost too much. You still ain't gonna want to pay for it. So you done wasted money paying the shade tree and this other dealership to try to fix your car, and you ain't even still ain't got your problem fixed. When if you had just went to the dealership or the company that made your car, the manufacturer, it would have been okay because they had a guide. That place, they were taught how to fix your car. They made your car. They studied your car, so they know everything that you're supposed to have. They know what you need done. They need to get fixed on the car and all that stuff. And even though sometimes we feel like the price is too much, we still, end up getting what we need when we should have went to the manufacturer in the first place. That place has the menu. They got word for word everything that's wrong that you need to do to fix your car, by every part, anything. You know what I'm saying? So just like in life, we go to all these different places instead of going to the creator of, us. He know what we need to do. And sometimes I feel like we don't go to God for things because we have to sacrifice a lot, and we feel like sometimes there's too much and you don't want to give up this and you don't want to stop doing this, and you know that he gonna tell you, look, this right here is the cause of this, so you need to let this go. And half of the time we can't deal with that because we're stuck in that place, and we don't want to change, and we feel like going to God is going to take too much. So yeah, like when you go, I think I talked to y'all about that before, but like when you going through something, go straight to the manufacturer. He left you the Bible. I kid you not, if you read the Bible, everything you think you can go through in life is in the Bible. Everything. And it's crazy. I didn't realize it until I started reading the Bible for myself, and I was reading, I was like, y'all, I said, I ain't know that was in the Bible. And baby, like, ain't nothing like all the old people say, ain't nothing new under the sun. It ain't nothing new because it's in the Bible. And the second thing, when I said like it's a letter to God's kids, just think about if you knew you was dying and you had the opportunity to write a letter to your kids, and in that letter you can tell them everything that you've experienced in life, everything people around you have experienced in life, and you give them a chance to write it down, and they tell you the things they needed to do or they should have done or that they did to navigate through those things and what they need to do to survive and get through life situations and to just be great in life. You would do that, right? And I think a lot of times everybody be like, oh, the Bible and following God and Jesus, it's too many rules, when it's really not. Because think about it from a parent. God is our father, right? So think about if you had your child, you just want to tell them things to help them out and tell them things, do's and don'ts that they need to do to make it through your life, make it through life. Because you want to tell your kids anything that you feel like will harm them. You want to tell them the things that will help them prosper, that will help them do great in life and be happy. You know what I'm saying? And not saying everything gonna be gravy every day just from, you know, following God and reading the Bible. And I think that's a misconception too, that a lot of times get left out and turn people away, because half of the time people be telling you just follow God, life gonna be, it's so much better. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot better, but you still gonna go through things. And he tell you in his word that trials are and tribulation are inevitable. You still gonna go through stuff, but with him it's gonna be more tolerable. But back to the subject, like, you gonna tell, you'll leave your children everything you want them to know to get through it. And like, you gonna have rules and guidelines. And just like now when parenting, you give your kids rules and guidelines. You tell them things that they should do, things that they shouldn't do, but it's not to harm them. It's only to make things better for them. Because you've experienced some of life situations and some things you wish you hadn't did. So you're just trying to warn them, like, hey, don't, you don't need to go down this road, because this such and such gonna happen. But half of the time, even though you still have to let them experience stuff for themselves. Just like people say, okay, if I'm supposed to be following God, why is this happening to me? Because just like parents, sometimes they tell you to do not to do something 50 different times, and they try to warn you about stuff, but you continue to do it. And sometimes they go, okay, you got to learn for yourself. And then when you learn, like, okay, yeah, I should have listened, I shouldn't have did that, because now that I've done that, I see that this happened and you were only trying to help me. And that's what God's word is, only there to help you. Like, the things he tell you to stay away from, he telling you to stay away from them for a reason. And a lot of us have already experienced the consequences of not listening and doing the things he told us not to do. And we see, like, okay, yeah, him telling me not to do that in his word was only to protect me, it's never to harm me. And I think a lot of times, if we would think about it that way as a relationship with a parent, we'll understand why he's so strict on us and why he's telling us not to do this and not to do that. So yeah, just think about it in that way, and know that God's word is there to guide you, never to harm you, to lead you in the right direction and keep you out of harm's way of the earth. Because he tells you that we're here, but we're not a part. You live here, but you're not a part of this world. You're separated. And the only way to know that you're separated is to live by his word and do the things that he's telling you. So yeah, that's the word for the road for today. Y'all be blessed, and I will see you in the next one.